Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stasis Totem. So in the last episode we managed to integrate Calaban, the Numen, into Charlie's plugsuit, so now the Numen is connected to her. And then we also learned about the history of the locals, also known as the Sheep Hanal, I think they were called. And we also blew up this cavern open with Moses underwater. And the only place where we can go from here is this here. Maybe that's where the air pocket is. So, without further ado, let's go and find out. Gap in rock. Sand cloud. Okay, nothing too interesting here, to be honest. And then we also discovered this big thing, whatever this is. A slow and perpetual metallic moldering crawls over the outer skin, a testament to the immutable decades this construction has endured. So this is not. So this was not done by the. This was not done by the Kane Corporation. This is the Soviets thing. Is this as big as submarine? A star-hilted sword backlit by a radiant cog, an infamous emblem of the long-defunct Soviet Union. And
Charlie Mac, you should see this.
Oh my god. Look at it. It's a sub.
And by no means a modern one.
It's Soviet. Oh my god.
The subject of much debate when it was found. A new variable in an already impossible equation.
It's sunk here. What happened to the crew?
They survived the crash. For a time. But there was no escape. There was only sacrifice. And pain.
Explains the bodies we saw.
Yeah, we saw some Soviet bodies in this one lab mortuary some episodes ago. Anyway, where was I? And a decrepit badge of ownership for whoever built this structure. Yeah, so this is a Soviet sub, so that's how they got here. But something tells me that we cannot use this to get back to the surface. The designation likely details purpose and classification, though intervening ages have likely sentenced any associated meaning into forgotten obscurity. Rock pillar, hull. Tears and punctures within the hull allow cursive glances inside, though no details emerge from the darkness beyond. Okay, so... Can we get inside the sub? Well, we are on top of the sub. This is the air pocket. A hatch. Gnarled knots of rust ring the airlock circumvents. The hinges malformed into orange clumps of oxidized metal. Will this take us back to the...
Still in pretty good shape, all things considered.
Guessing we can't just drive it out of here?
I don't think that would go well for anybody. No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's too big. And how would you get it out of this big cave? In fact, how did this thing get inside this cavern in the first place? Examine document. Hatch. Well, we can go there as well. But let's see what's over here.
They stayed here, but they are gone now.
Yeah, if they sunk, how long could they have survived?
With whatever supplies they had? Not long.
Pretty lights.
Mac, he's right. Look. Bioluminescence.
Explains a lot.
Really, what does it explain? We got some documents here. Scanning and translating. Okay, so it's a PDA. Great. Seaman Dmitry Panzerdolphin Kronk, radio operator. I must have butchered his name there. 1st of April, that's 1982, I take it. Akula was deployed to great success. The housing of piezoelectric ceramics and magnetostrictive, Jesus Christ, these words, Rare earth allows produced the Ulf underwater signal as planned. One more test and we can go home. Diary entry. What was the date here again? 1st of April. This is 11th of April 82. Boinia's nowhere to be seen. He's hiding in his sanctuary, muttering to himself. He's not taking the lieutenant's death well. Andrei, you intractable bastard, look what you have left me with. The officers have gone into a spin, and the seamen are following suit. Heh, seamen. You know I'm not cut out for leadership. That was a game for you and the captain. Now I have got no choice. I'll hold the line until Boinia comes to his senses. Then we'll be square. Andriukka, square. Okay. Report on the next day. The situation is this. 02. Not a problem in the short term. Air filters weren't damaged in the fire. We might get a bit woozy now and then, but we won't go out like Komarov. Water. The recycler should last indefinitely, assuming the pumps don't give out. No use worrying about it now. Food. That's our weak point. Igorevich estimates we have only got 2 days worth, even with rationing. How did that wannabe Tolstoy let the men clobber him like this? That's what we get for leaving a kid in charge of the food. 16th of April, 82. I gave it my best, Andriukka, but this isn't my lane. Although the menial tasks I assigned kept their minds off hunger for a couple of days, so that's something. I can hear them even up here in sonar, shouting, cursing each other, cursing the captain and me too, combined with the clatter of debris hitting the Limas hull. It's quite the symphony, not maddening at all. Oh my god, why there's so many freaking entries here? 16th of April, 82. Akula is offline and the sonar's cooked, but I know that already. Just using my own tricks on myself. Now it'll take more work to ignore the gnawing pain in my stomach. Brain death might work. Turns out Komarov was way ahead on that mark. Komarov, just lying in the pantry. Useless. Wasted. Chilled. Oh, this is a long one. 17th of April. Berg's alive. I'm not even surprised. If anyone was going to survive that, it would be him. More stubborn than my warts, that one. He picked the wrong pipes to tap on, though. The Joker wouldn't recognize Morse code if it was tapped directly on his skull. I'll hold off on telling Kisa for now. No telling what that hothead would do. I should tell the captain, though. Might finally pull him out of his daze, get him and poor Sergei out of his cabin. He's lucky the men are busy losing their minds, or there would be more judgment. Andrei is not a fan of what we are doing. Can't say I blame him, but it's too late. 18th of April. Something is very wrong. That was not the Boinia I know. He's had bolts of the cloth peek out from under his uniform before, but mostly he kept his fate to himself. Not tonight. I would call it religious mania if he hadn't remained so damn calm. Even while beating Stukov half to death for taking a bite first. Afterwards, he stood and spoke about how we must purify ourselves, knowing what we are about, what we did. 25th of April. 3 straight days of bone broth is enough to make starvation appealing. Seems I'll get my wish soon enough though. No leftover corpses now. Kisa knows. He's been hanging around Igorevich since appointing himself the chef's bodyguard. Must have heard the pipes, same as I did. Now he stormed off to confront Boinia. He's got a temper like a volcano. When I tried to stop him, he turned around and asked, if our positions were reversed, would Andrei have stopped trying to save me? Kid's got a point. 28th. I found Sergei comforting Stas as he sobbed over a half-butchered Kisa yesterday. I made a joke about seasoning. He did not appreciate it. 30th of April. Well, I got what I wanted. It was more a snarl than a sob, but it was an expression of emotion that wasn't religious zealotry. My plan backfired though. He locked himself in his cabin again. Bastard may have murdered Kisa, but he and his purifying path were the only things holding these animals back from indiscriminately ripping each other apart. Things are about to get very ugly, and the mirror isn't exactly our friend now. That's it. We have reached the end game. The water recycler gasped its last. Sorry boys, no amount of carnage will get you out of this one. At least I'll get to die in my little calm's hidey hole. I have grown quite fond of it up here. Well, good for you, I suppose. This was 12th of May. This is 6th of May. Okay. An unexpected loss of nature defined development. We are saved. By Bonya, no less, although it wasn't his intention. He was probably hoping to be greeted by some biblical scourge when he opened the main hatch, or at least the crushing embrace of deep-sea currents. He wasn't expecting breathable air and potable water. His woeful howling was eloquent on this point. 19th of May. Well, that's one mystery solved. He who doesn't take risks never drinks champagne. During my sojourn in Calms, I had a crack at fixing the transmitter. I was successful, but something was causing interference and preventing me from even attempting to send a transmission. Turns out it's these blue crystals sprouting up everywhere. They are phosphorescent, produce heat, and give me the heebie-jeebies, just like all the other local attractions, but now I know. Jesus Christ, why there's so many? 24th of May. Igorevich is savvier than I gave him credit for. He understands the deal, but he's got a good heart, which worries me. I'll have to keep an eye on him. 26th. I found a perfect spot for the relay. There's a point at the furthest edge of our little grotto with no crystals. No crystals, no interference. Once I get it working, I'm not setting foot in that sub again. It was hellish before, but now it's just plain creepy, and stinks of an abattoir. And you can hear Bonyas' chippering throughout the whole damn ship. 27th. I'm broadcasting an honest-to-God SOS. No way to know if it can penetrate the huge pile of rocks between us and the surface, but at least it's going out. Who knows, maybe we won't die here after all. Maybe these men's last memories won't be of eating their friends. Dream big, I say. 31st of May. That was hard to watch, even for me. The worst part? They didn't really want to kill poor Sergei. They were disgusted by his whimpering, by Igorevich's groveling, but I saw it in their faces. They were also ashamed. So Bonya had to do it. I didn't see him approach. He had Sergei on the altar, with Goncharov's knife across his throat, before anyone had a chance to move. Then he was off again, leaving the man to deal with the aftermath of his inscrutable actions. Note to self. Dmitri, Alexei and Kirill have left us without a goodbye. So they just died, or they packed things up and left. 2nd of June, 82. That craven bastard. I couldn't stand it. I went to confront Bonya about Sergei. He was just sitting there, mumbling to himself as always. He didn't acknowledge me. Didn't even seem to know I was there. So I decided to look around and found a loose wall panel. How did I not see it? He never ate with us, just read his interminable sermons. He hadn't left the Lima in weeks, but was healthy enough to heave all of Sergei's weight onto the altar. Rations. Pack upon pack stuff into that crawl space. Pathetic hypocrite. Traitorous swine. Skulking, cursed thing. I'll put you out of your misery. 3rd of June. I was about to kill him, but when I grabbed his dirty, matted hair and looked into his eyes, I saw nothing. Nothing at all. Bonya has been dead for a while, but his body just hasn't caught up yet. I didn't tell the men about the stash. His hold on their minds is disintegrating away. Best spare them the pain of betrayal. 5th of June. The things you can do with a bit of Russian know-how. Some pH paper, a few pearls of our old friend, sodium hydroxide, an altruistic desire to get wasted, and bang, you have got alcohol. You could run a car on this hooch, but I don't think the men's palates are at peak performance. Let's have some fun. Yeah, sure, have some fun in your last moments, last days. 6th of June. My reputation as a cold, feckless degenerate is not entirely undeserved, But there is a limit to any man's capacity for denial. It was all my fault. I pushed the captain to go deeper into the caves, ignoring Andrei. I gave him the idea to use Komarov. I let Kisa charge headlong into engineering, knowing the captain had stationed a guard there. On and on and on. At least I helped provide a night of laughter and mirth for the men. That counts for something. June 7th. Gone. Everything and everyone is gone. Those things, whatever they are, must be referring to the Ship Hanal, laid waste to our oceanside sanatorium. Boynua's stashed rations are gone. The water is polluted with blood. The things tracked Boynua from the Lima as he screamed his head off about his last chance. No idea how they knew he was in there. Farewell, Kolya. Non-being is better than madness. Okay, lastly, finally, 11th of June. My solitude is complete. Should have made fewer jokes about using Stasis' corpse as furniture these last days. Too much truth in those jokes now. It is peaceful though, here by the water, next to my steadfast little transmitter. I jerry-rigged the busted water recycler into a passable hydroelectric turbine. I reckon it will keep the batteries going for a couple of years, maybe more. It's a clever bit of engineering. Here's hoping someone else will get the chance to appreciate it. Now, time to sleep. Yes. Finally, goddammit, that was a long one. Just a tripod. Can we get inside one of these tents? Yes, we can. Dead bodies. The two corpses, their legs and sleeves thickened with ancient dirt and muck, lie as if collapsed into a deep, relieving sleep. An air of terminal camaraderie haunts their final slumber. But nothing else in here, okay. Glowing lights. The clusters of glowing lights emitted by fungal growths dance in tandem with shimmering luster spilling out from within the crystals.
Poor sailors. Poor people.
Their minds wouldn't be a part of the Nexus. It didn't exist then.
I'm curious, what is this Nexus that they keep referring to, as if it was their heaven? Grave. The makeshift grave marker of piping has partially collapsed. A bloody navy cap caught on an errant spoke. What, are we gonna do some digging here? Okay. I guess there's nothing here. We are gonna dig up all these graves, hoping to find something useful. I guess so. Sorry to disturb your
Hello,
sleep.
I am Moses.
They were buried in their uniforms.
Okay. Well, of course they were buried in their uniforms. Why would they not be? Okay, last one.
Charlie Mac, is it a puzzle?
No, Bear. It's a booby trap. Be careful with that.
Interesting.
Yeah, that looks like a bear trap. How fitting. Just in case. Just in case. We are gonna die horribly. In case our brave and smart bear gets trapped into a bear trap.
Charlie read us a story about a hunter who got his arm stuck in one of these. It went snap. I would not want my arm in this.
So of course we're gonna put it in there. Or not? Well, that's a bummer. Okay, well, do we use the hand here? Yes. Bear trap with arm. I can't look. Okay, and oh, that's a dagger. Dagger with chain. That's a cool looking dagger. It's a sword, like old-timey movies. Okay, what do you think about these two items? Oh yeah, and we need something to light this up, because there's oil here. And maybe that will open the big door with the gong. But anyway. Bear trap with an arm. I can't argue with the result, but I mourn for the crushed components. The closed trap is likely the only thing keeping the arm together. Okay. In surprisingly good condition, despite its age. Was this a letter opener for or a weapon? Kinda looks like a letter opener, to be honest. Why would it have a chain? What do you think, Mac? Dead meat has its uses. Better a useless limb than one of my own, considering I only have one real one left. One of your arms is prosthetic. If it was chained up, it wasn't for everyday use. Probably reserved for official or ceremonial work, unlinked from the chain when needed. Okay, that's a good point. So it wasn't for an everyday use. More crystals. Hammock. The hammock is little more than a frayed web of threads, unlikely to hold any weight without disintegrating into woolly dust. Pots with bone. The interior of the worn pots is filled with blackened lumps and shards of human bone. Cave insects. Clusters of tiny long-limbed insects cluster in the recesses of the stalagmites, long hair like feelers waving in absent winds. Okay, can we go here? Where does this take us? Back here. Okay. That's fine. Lights, dish. Examine document. Is this another PDA?
A giant plate.
No, Moses. It's a satellite dish.
They were trying to contact the outside world.
It hums. I can feel it.
It is still active, yes. A modified version of the submarine's communication systems.
After all this time, it's still transmitting?
It is how the site was first discovered.
Oh, yes.
By Kane deep-sea rovers. Ironic. Only now, after no one is left to rescue, was a distress signal finally received.
Oh yeah, I do remember reading from some PDAs that they discovered a signal, and that's how they found their way here. It's a PDA, but luckily there's not that much to read, so I'm happy. I'm happy about that. So this is from Georgi Maximili Seaman, okay? My dearest Anastasia, I write to you from the ocean's depths with a heavy heart and a longing soul. I fear that I may never see you again, and I must pour out my heart to you in this letter, lest it burst with the weight of my love. I have seen an incredible event that has shaken me to my core. As I stood upon the deck of our Lima, that must be the submarine, my face and arms on fire, I tussled with the captain. Then the shadows came upon us. They had assailed our captain, intent on tracking him down to their watery lair. I watched in horror, and then something miraculous happened. They stopped their attack. Instead, they took him in their loving arms and carried him away. I do not know why they spared him or what fate awaits him in this underwater kingdom, but I know I saw a glimmer of mercy in their cold eyes, and I felt a strange sense of awe and wonder, as if the very fabric of the universe had been torn asunder. My love for you will burn bright until my end. Yours forever, Georgi. Alright. And now the big question is, can we actually enter inside the sub?
Mac, dangerous.
Yeah, Bear, you got that right. Grenade rigged. It'll explode if it's opened.
They were trying to keep something out.
Okay, well, again, just in case. Where's the save that I made just earlier? Not sure. Well, save there. Let's see, can we blow ourselves up? What do we need here? Any of these things that we just picked up? Do we need this? No. Blade? No. Oh, well, not blade. Saw blade. Okay, we don't have any other items, do we? No. These are the only items that we have currently. Can't we try and disarm this? Can I go... Actually, can I do this? Can I separate the arm and the trap?
Arm shot from the bear trap. But this synthetic skin is something else.
Synthetic skin? Skin in mech arms is not something I saw myself doing anytime soon. Okay, well... What can we use that for? It slowly attempts to reform and mold itself around anything it lies on. It's both fascinating and unsettling to watch. Is that so? Is that so? Well, take both of them. Can we use this? Nope. That bear trap? Nope. I'm scared it will eat me like it ate the arm. I like the arm. Is that so? Unsurprisingly, the arm's mechanics and pseudo-flesh crumbled and fell away as soon as it was freed. Okay. Primed and ready to snap again at unwary feet. Okay, well, good to know. I don't think that we can use any of these items on Mac here. Or actually... I highly doubt that we can... Can we use this? Stick it to the hole here. I guess not. Okay. Anything... Well, let's see if these do anything. I doubt it. Ah!
Got it open. I can reach the wheel now.
Smart Mac.
Depends on what's behind it.
Okay, nice. So, what do we have here? Can we make the water wheel spinning? Mill cog. The mill twitches, clogged and overflowing with unrefined skeletal mass. Troglodyte. The man thing lies broken. Dark fluids running from a shattered cowl and a burst body. Polydropper skin and inhuman digits twitch with evaporating ghost life. Can we take a closer look at
Another
it?
body. And...
What?
I don't think it's human.
It is one of the native inhabitants of this place. And you are right. They are not human. Not anymore.
Ferran. Still with us, are you?
To the end, I think.
Okay, shame that we can't get a closer look at that thing. Oh, we can actually zoom in and out. I have been playing this game like this all the time and I didn't know that I could zoom in, I don't think. Or if I did, I forgot about it a long time ago. Okay, well, let's see if we can fix this thing. Milling mechanism. The milling stone should shear the bones rather than crush them. But a blockage in the mechanism has stalled the water wheel and seized up the machine.
The grinding wheel dislodged. Gotta disconnect the main wheel from the milling stone. Somehow.
Somehow.
Wood piece got jammed in the rivets.
Can you get it out?
No. Tension from the wheels got it wedged. Only way, maybe, would be to cut it.
Cut it, you say? Well, shame that we just lost the bear trap there. Use the dagger. Oh wait, this big thing? Yeah, we might need a chainsaw or something here. Something we can use to cut this thing, huh? Oh wait, we can use this blade, right? No? Well, yeah, we can't. Yeah, we must combine this with something else, I'm sure. Make a makeshift chainsaw or something. Okay, so not much that we can do here at the moment. Anything else here? So how do we open this? Can't we just? Well, but if we cut any of these wires, then it might blow up the grenade. It tastes like seaweed. Is that so? What do we need to cut? Besides that big wooden log. Do we need to cut anything? Something that we can cut with this. And what was Charlie doing again? Oh yeah, we still need something to light this, I think. And we don't have anything like that. We don't have anything like that, do we? It slowly attempts to reform and mold itself around anything it lies on. Anything it lies on, you say? Can we combine this with something? Maybe these two? I don't know. No, didn't think so. Didn't think so. The scrubber? No. And the door, or the gong door is not open yet. So no point to go there. And we can't go back to underwater. There's no point. So have I missed something here then? Anything else? There's the document, grave. And these graves have nothing else on them. Like there's nothing useful here.
Wow. Did you really just do that?
Trick is, breaking the chain off as close to the hilt as you can.
Cool trick.
Okay, so we got a chain here. As a badass kid, I had a dozen of these swinging from my jacket and leather pants. Dagger. The ornamental design doesn't look like it was meant for stabbing, more slicing or teeth picking. Okay, so we got a chain now. We can't use it here. Yeah, no. Can we combine the chain with anything? Like, well, we just got it off the dagger. Maybe with the blade, don't know. Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think so, but I might as well try. Might as well try everything. Can we use it with Moses? On this, somehow. Yes, okay.
Great. Now it's got a grenade.
Yeah, great. Okay, now we can get inside. Okay, what do we have here? Examine document? Oh no more PDAs. I've been reading too much already. Distribution box. Stacks of coupled together panels bristle with ill-fitting knobs and dials, bearing scrawled notation detailing power distribution and hydraulic pressure regulation. Unfortunately, the board is dead, but perhaps it has a backup battery that could provide juice to the instruments.
Hold there. Spiders. I do not like it here. This is no place for children to play.
More than that, it is a tomb.
Charlie Mac, the pictures, these are useful.
You're right, Mose. Those are escape suits.
If any of them are left.
You could use them to reach the surface. They would likely survive the water pressure outside.
Moses, we need those suits. Do you understand?
I will find them. I am a very smart bear now.
I will aid him in his search. While I still have time.
Okay, so we need these suits. But then again, if these suits can take the immense water pressure, then why didn't any of the Soviets try to use these to get out? Okay, lots of valves here. Depleted battery. Well, I think we all know where that goes. I think we all know that. And what's this? Looks like a broken pipe. Smelling like it makes my nose burn. Okay, well let's give it to Mac for now. There's no one else where we can go from here. That's a bit of a bummer. Cobwebs, door, conduits, airlock, chair. Ah, god damn it. Well, might as well read this, so I don't need to read this in the next episode. So, this is from Stanislav Igorevich, seaman/chef. Yelena Igorevich, I am troubled. The comrade captain ordered me to do a terrible thing, an act that will leave an indelible black mark upon my heart. Yet it may be the only way to stop this crew from tearing each other apart. Are 27 lives worth the price of my soul? These musings are moot. I dare not refuse, and Kroken waits outside, listening to my pipes. I know that man is eccentric and dangerous, but what a time to inspect my plumbing. Regardless, the path ahead leads deeper into the dark. I will need you in my heart, a beacon. Yours always, Stas. Yelena, I have begun my work. I hate to describe it as such, but I know not what else to call it. My burden? My shame? At least I helped Komarov get the last laugh. He would always ask me to make golubtsi, must be a Russian dish. I'm sure he will enjoy forcing the men to eat boiled cabbage one last time. I thought it would just be Komarov. I thought we were giving him dignity, creating life in death, but it only led to more death, to a hunger for it. When the captain brought Kisa to me, he broke the seal. Goncharov has assembled a pack. They have been taking other crew members, delivering them to me fresh. They guard me at all times, so I am not free in my actions. The other survivors have been rounded up, tied in the next room. We have no refrigeration now. Every day I am sent in to peel another portion from one of them. Each time they beg me to end it, between their sobbed screams. The knife in my hand would be a final hope if I dared. I do not. I am weak. Forgive me, Lena. Being freed from the Lima has been good for the men's psyches. They are mostly their old selves. Even the few prisoners left alive seem content to forget everything that happened mere hours ago. I don't know if I can do that. It weighs on me. Well, I don't blame you. I cannot sleep. The campsite is calm. Sergei freed himself from the captain's grip and remains with us now. There is no need for further violence with all the dead left from those last hellish days. Water is plentiful, but I cannot sleep. I have cured most of the meat. It will last for weeks now. That is as much as I can do. Before, hunger would let me ignore my conscience, but now as I try to state this ache in my stomach, I see their faces and hear their screams. How has Kroken remained part of it at all? He never comes for the meat. Maybe he's a vegetarian, who knows? The shadows are watching us. Captain was right. There are demons here. Lenoshka, I am saved. I followed Kroken. He found edible algae growing around the crystals deeper in the cave. He has agreed to share with me. I begged him to tell the crew. but he stared at me like I was a fool. To feed everyone, we would have to go deeper into the shadows. We both know that is not an option. There is something there, something more dangerous even than our disturbed comrades. And lastly, my love, I think this will be my last letter to you. My wound festers, and Dimitri is not the most exemplary nurse, despite his protestations to the contrary. We buried those we could find. A sailor's grave for all. At least in the end, the ocean will be a place of rest for them, rather than one of horror. I know you will never see these notes. All the same, I love you. Stas. Oh. Okay, well I've done quite a bit of reading in this episode already. And how long have I been playing? I have lost track of time. Lift grenade. I can hear something rattling inside when I shake it. Do you know? Well, there's nothing else in here, so I guess that we are done here. Wait, why can't I leave? I can't leave the sub apparently. Well, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Well, either Mac is gonna use the grenade or it's gonna be Charlie, but I'm gonna guess that it's going to be Mac. Let's see if it's the grenade that we need to get rid of this. Apparently not. Okay. How about Charlie? Blow this thing up? Nope. Okay. Okay, but we do know where we need to use this. We need to charge it here. Charged battery. Nice. Okay, and then we need to send it back to Moses, I think. Put this bad boy back there. But I think we may have to fix this. Can we, I don't know, use this? Yes,
It
okay.
rumbles.
The bear got the hydraulics going.
Good job, Mose. Search the sub. You have to find those suits.
My Charlie.
Okay, but I'm gonna leave that for the next episode because I've been playing for, I think, over an hour now, but like I said, I have lost the track of time while reading all these damn PDAs. But hey, that means less reading for me in the next episode. So in the next episode, let's explore the Soviet submarine some more and try to find those suits. So, until then, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Stasis Bone Totem.